So, I have this, can't say it good, this Nintendo controller. This Nintendo controller, I have worked on it before, but I did it before the channel, and I couldn't really find anything wrong with it, except for I read on the internet, and it might be a chip inside of this controller that is broken. So, I have ordered some chips from Amazon, and they came like this, in a regular plastic bag. No static electricity protection, so I hope one of them at least works. So what we're gonna do today is open this controller up, just do a quick visual inspection on it to see if there's anything I missed, because I opened it up like a year or two ago. And if we can't find anything, we're gonna replace the chip and test it on my NES. So yeah, let's take it to the mat and see how it looks like. So let's obviously, first of all, open up the controller. And already this screw seems, is it loose or? Yeah, it was just loose. I hadn't secured it properly the last time. And we should be in. And here's the chip I was talking about. And just to let you know, what I did last time was I checked the continuity from, well actually, I'm gonna take the board out. I checked the continuity from these points all the way back to the connector here, and they seemed fine. I'm just double checking them now. And they should be okay. I also cleaned, did I clean them? Maybe this needs a bit of clean. I'm gonna do that as well. But I cleaned the board with some IPA. That still didn't help. So I'm thinking the next step should be to desolder this chip and to put the new one in, and hopefully it's gonna work. So I'm gonna take one of the other chips out now and try to figure out in what orientation they should be in. If we look at these two chips, one of them has like a half dot here, and the replacement one has a dot here. So I'm thinking that's the correct way to go. Alright, so we're gonna get that desoldered. And actually, just to be super sure, I'm gonna put a bit of a marking here so we know in what direction the dot should go. Because knowing me, I will forget in an instant. Actually, I've already forgotten, so we're gonna put some flux on the area just to help the solder get into the wick. And we're gonna put plenty of solder just in case. I mean flux. Because I really don't want to damage the board. I think you can't really have too much anyway, so the iron is at 337 Celsius. I just bumped the camera stand, of course, and we're gonna see if that's enough. It's getting it off. Maybe I should hold the wick with something other than my fingers because it's getting really hot. I think I'm gonna use a couple of tweezers. I'm thinking maybe I should go a bit higher, maybe 350. I think that's way better. I think I'm getting the hang of this now. This hole as well needs to get fixed. This one as well. That might actually be good for me. Let's do the same for the bottom rows. I think that went super well. Way better than the first try. Let's do some IPA. Let's see all the joints now. A bit of cotton here. I think it might be able to come out. Will it just pop out or think it's stuck on one of these rows here. So I'm gonna try to just get it out in a nice, easy way. And what I'm thinking is I'm gonna take these tweezers, put them under the chip, if I can. Seems like I won't be able to from that side. Okay, I can't do that from that side. And I'm just gonna try to loosen up the remaining solder. I think it's getting a bit loose now. I think it's out now. Just gently trying to get it out from the underside as to not break anything. And I gotta check how it looks without burning any cables. Let's see. Alright. Where are you stuck? I think it's stuck on one of these points. So we're gonna grab the chip from behind. We're gonna bump the camera stand, let it wobble, and then I was gonna say get it out completely, but that's not happening. Where is it stuck? Let's see. No, it wasn't stuck, it was just a bit bent. Okay. And we still have my, what's it called? Marking. Just gonna clean this up a bit. I think we're gonna need some more IPA for that. That's actually nifty. It's showing us how the chip is supposed to sit. So what we need to do is just align it, hold it in place somehow, and we should be good to go. I'm wondering, will it sit flush? Or will we have to hold it up in some way? They're not really going into place. I think I have to bend these feet a bit because the seller is a special person. And the feet aren't aligned properly as they should be. And I'm already getting a bad feeling about this. Okay, it sits in place, which is great. You probably know what we're gonna do from now. We're gonna get this aligned a bit better. We're gonna flux it up, obviously. Always the first step. Alright, that should be good. The chip is sitting well. I'm gonna try to anchor this one in place from the top right pin and the bottom left so it sits nicely. And then we're gonna go pin by pin. Alright, let's clean it up. Alright, so as we can see, this one here and this one here aren't really the prettiest joints I've ever done, but I think it's fine. It all looks connected. So, I'm thinking my next step will be to reassemble the controller and to try it out on the NES. So let's see how that works. So let's start the NES and let's see if it works. What do you think? Actually, I'm not too confident about this. And, ooh, can't see, but nothing is happening. Damn it. Wait. I put it in the wrong controller port. It was in number 2. Maybe that's what the problem was. Alright. And no. Still nothing. Damn it. So it wasn't the chip. Alright, that's interesting. I'll have to do some more investigations and I will get back to you once I figure something out. So it's quite a bit later now and I'm not getting this controller to work. I've done several things with it. I've even taken extensive notes, and yeah, I traced this point, the connector, all these, I don't know if you can see, no, there are holes in here, and they go to the board through individual wires. I've traced all the wires and can see that they indeed go to the board, and also I've had another controller that I know is working, that I tested, it works, and I traced the connections on this one as well, and they all trace the same. Then I traced those connections when they come to the board and to what leg of the chips they go to. Both controllers go to the same legs, so I can't see any problems there. I then tested in diode mode between the legs of the chips for both the faulty chip, the controller that works, and the new chip. And guess what? They show all different values. So that gave me something to go on. I'm just reading what I wrote down. And yeah, and the values range from about 1K to 1.5K. I then painstakingly went through every carbon pad on the controller, both on the broken one and on the working one. And I mapped out what pad goes to which leg of the chip. I don't know if that's helpful, but lighting sucks, but that's what I did here. So all the pads and which leg they go to. And surprise, it all works exactly the same on the broken one as on the working one. So all the traces are okay. So what I did next is, and I think this is the problem, and for people who know in the comments, please let me know. I found 3 different chips. Okay, so the new chip I ordered was a CD4021BE. The old one that I took off, it was a BU40. My road really bad. 4021B. So I think that's the chip I should get, but I'm gonna like Google around, ask around and stuff like that. And on the working one, the chip there is a HD14021BP. So I think that was my mistake, that I assumed that people pointed me to a chip online, and maybe the problem is that different controllers have different chips because they're different revisions, and as we know, the NES was around for quite a long time. But I'm still thinking, I mean, they should be using basically the same chip because the layout is exactly the same. Okay, on the new one we have like 2 resistors, I think, or it might be capacitors as well. But I mean, the differences aren't that big, so in my mind you should be able to use the same chip. But that's not how it is apparently. Maybe, we'll see. I'll have to investigate all the chip models and see what differentiates them, and probably there's gonna be a revisit where I put in the actual correct chip and hopefully the controller will work again. And before you ask me, yes, I did try the faulty controller before I took out the chip and it still wasn't working, so something is obviously off with it. But yeah, that's it for me. It didn't go quite as well, but that's how it goes sometimes. That's fine. And if anyone has any tips in the comment section, any tips in general, please put it in the comment section. I hope, despite everything, you enjoyed this video, and yeah, see you in the next one. Thanks.